trying to get my Comic-Con 2017 mug with Youssef. Youssef out here living the dream. Only run into him at different ends of the country. Only.
18th year doing this. Started in 2000 as just Film Fest Friday as a way to show genre-related films at a pop culture convention. In 2002, it became a 4-day event, and then in 2005, an actual juried event. We recognized winners in 7 different categories, including action-adventure, animation, comics-oriented, documentary humor, horror, science fiction, and fantasy. We accept films October through February. There's no cost to submit a film to our festival. We have a dedicated group of staff and volunteers who watch every single film that comes in, looking for rules violations and such before they get to the judges. And this year we had 54 films that were accepted to be part of the festival. And let's go ahead and meet our judges this year, who have been watching films since January. I've been sending them FedEx boxes every month, packed full of your DVDs and screeners. First here is Steve Desmond. Steve is a Chicago native and filmmaker, graduate of USC School of Cinematic Arts. His short, Monsters, has screened in over 80 festivals and has won over 30 awards, including Best Horror Film and Judge's Choice at last year's Independent Film Festival. His most recent screenplay, Orb, was voted onto the 2016 Blacklist and was voted #1 on the 2016 Blood List, honoring Best Genre-Related Screenplays of the Year. Steve's currently co-writing a screenplay, Twisted Avenue, which he is also attached to direct. Next is Tamiko Brownlee. Tamiko is a stunt performer, actress, motion caption actor, and fight coordinator. She can be seen in everything from movies, TV, music videos, video games, and commercials. Some of her notable projects include Halo 5 Guardians, True Blood, Transformers 4, Teen Wolf, Arrow, The 100, and Iron Fist, and upcoming working on Agents of Mayhem, Game of Thrones, Arrow, and something called Avengers Infinity War. And last but not least, Mr. Ted Raimi, of course, is a cult horror movie favorite, writer and director of more than a dozen horror shorts. Also as an actor, film credits including Midnight Meat Train, Candyman, Shocker, Born Yesterday, Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, The Grudge, Oz the Great and Powerful, as well as the Spider-Man series of films, and currently on Ash vs. Evil Dead and Netflix Buddy's Thunderstruck. Judges, if you could, what'd you think? How'd the screenings go? What was it like being part of the Independent Film Festival?
Well, it was challenging because there were a lot of great movies. Adam sent us gigantic FedEx boxes full, jammed, I want to tell you, jammed full of films, so that when we opened these boxes, they would spill out onto our living room floors like so many Skittles out of a giant-sized box you might have won from that company. It was insane how many entries there were, but I felt, and I'm sure you guys did too, you probably had a very hard time picking them because they were so great, so many of them were so amazing that I personally had a pretty rough time finding the ones I thought were the best. You know, we were to rate them 1 to 5 stars, and when I first started rating them, I was like, oh good, I found a 5-star one, terrific. And then another 5-star, and then another, and it was very, very hard to pick crummy ones. There were a few lousy ones, no doubt. Yes, there were definitely some shitty movies out there. There sure were, and those were, fortunately, phew, that's a 1-star, that ain't going nowhere, that guy. But those were awesome. And now I have a question. Do we have any of the filmmakers here? We do. Oh, holy crap, all of you. I take that back. You're all great. You're all wonderful. No, there were. It's always hard because we're all artists here, and it's hard to be an artist. And mostly it sucks and it's difficult. You're begging your parents for money, and you're exhausted all your friend favors you're ever going to get. You're broken up with your girlfriend, and you're alone there in your crappy little apartment above Sunset Boulevard, with 3 cents in your pocket, wondering if you're going to be able to afford another ho-ho. But still, all that aside, it's a wonderful business we're in. I wouldn't have it any other way, and I'm sure you wouldn't either. And now on to our other judges.
I agree with everything he said.
I, for one, had a really hard time as well judging. I started out judging, and I was like, I'm going to be fair, I'm going to watch everything with the same eye. My eyes are a little different because I come from a martial arts action background. I was like, okay, maybe these are all action films. And so I was like, okay, and now I have to rewatch them and then rejudge them. So I had a bunch of them were sitting at a 4 and a 5, really hard time, because I understand what it's like. I've worked on everything from student films to my friend's best project, that you do everything for free, and you're doing the catering, and you're calling your friends and be like, so do you want to hit the ground today for free? No, are you sure? I mean, I will wash your car. Like, please, can we just make this work?
By the way, is that stunt like shorthand for doing stunts? Hit the ground?
Yes, hit the ground.
I like that. I want to hit the ground.
Will you hit the ground for me today?
I'm going to use that for investing. Can I hit your wallet? Can I hit your wallet for a few minutes? Just a little bit.
We probably got 250 submissions. So the 54 that made it, I think I probably sent you guys close to 100.
About that, yeah.
Yeah, so almost 150 of them were either disqualified for rules violations or.
So you're just getting like a lot of porn.
Yeah, so just getting into the festival, you've made it a long way for sure.
How many of you, thinking that their film got in but didn't, had full frontal nudity? Raise your hand. You in the back, you shot yourself full frontal nudity, is that right? Get out of this place. What's the matter with you, sicko?
Yeah, so to speak, to open the packages for me, but
Sounds like a serial killer.
Want to see my movie? It's wrapped up.
yeah. I mean, it's more just like the discs don't work, or it's just not up to quality. That obviously you guys don't have time to watch all 250 submissions, so we try to screen some of them. Steve, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I'll be quick, but it was a lot of fun. I never judged a film festival before. I have another one to judge later this year, but this was my first. And the first FedEx box you sent was like reasonably full. I'm like, this isn't too bad. And then the second and third FedEx boxes arrived. I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of films. But it was a lot of fun. As a filmmaker, you get into some festivals, you get awards at some festivals, but you also don't get into some festivals. So there is a circuit, as you guys alluded to. It's hard to judge someone knowing that your choice is going to dictate whether someone gets in or not. And all that I can say is I've been in that position many more times on the other side of the coin. So we put a lot into it and tried to do our best to pick the films we really responded to.
Great.
Does anybody have any questions for us just with regard to how this is something that, as a filmmaker, I know I rarely get. So if you have any questions as to how we made our selections, now is your time. Because afterwards, when the festival's over, and most of us are crying outside, and wondering why we bothered to make a 9,000-mile trip to San Diego, California, you can ask us now, non-violently, please. That would be nice. Yes, sir.
I totally respect my fellow judges' methodology. I think it's incredibly awesome, and I happen to agree largely with it. But I disagree. Just when I would judge them, they're all the same to me, features or shorts. Just because, let's take it back to what movies were originally. Stories before they were movies, of course. And you read a short story, say by O. Henry or something, or whatever, and even though the format is completely different than, say, War and Peace, 6 pages as opposed to 6,000 pages, what you remember about it is just the same. They're entertaining tales with entertaining characters, so I didn't see any difference in them, so I didn't make any distinction myself. But I understand why you might as well. So, who else? Anybody have a question? Yes, you mentioned.
Our next category is documentary. This is the story of Mike, who's been working the wrestling circuit the last 12 years. After traveling, sustaining injuries, and living week to week on the edge, Mike decides he needs to think about his future is heading. Now 30, he has one last tryout with the WWE. If he fails, he will have to hang up his wrestling boots forever. Our winner is The Wrestler, a QT Marshall story.
So I'm your target audience for this movie. I'm a huge pro wrestling fan and have been since I was a little kid. My dad made the mistake of having me watch Hulk Hogan versus the Macho Man when I was about 7, and I never stopped. I've been to 4 or 5 WrestleManias. One of my professional projects is I'm writing this, the official Hulk Hogan biopic. So it's like when I saw this one pop, I'm like, wrestling story, yes! And I was just totally into it. And it was just, it's a great emotional ride of your career. I always love seeing kind of an immersion into the pro wrestling world. And, you were a great story to follow, and it was very well told, so congrats all around.
I didn't grow up watching wrestling.
You missed out, man.
I know, but my friends started showing me a little bit later on in life, and when I got this short, I was like, okay, this is going to be a great way to see, because everybody sees, the WWE and all the guys that have already made it. I love the fact that I was able to see your journey and trying to get to that next step. It's kind of, I kind of related to it with my job. Everybody wants to work these TV shows. From there, you're like, am I good enough to go into movies? Because movies, they have to put a lot of trust in you. So I saw the hard work and the stuff that you put aside and you sacrificed for your dreams. And I really related to that, and it really touched me in a different level. And I love documentaries. You get to see that side of somebody's life that you don't know. You see everybody every day. Everybody has a story. And I loved yours. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah, it was awesome. You also made something that we haven't seen much behind the scenes of. It is theater, so we're going actually behind the scenes of a theatrical moment of wrestling, which is both a sport and theater. So I had never seen that. That was something brand new. So to you guys, congratulations.
You have made an excellent picture. You will not be crushed by this villain. You are the awful.
Next is horror suspense. This is on Halloween, a fearful young boy crosses paths with a spooky and bewitching woman who takes him by the hand on an adventurous night of mischief. The winner is The Witching Hour. Accepting on behalf of The Witching Hour will be Adam Reese.
Since they're not here, I'll tell you everything wrong with the film.
Gray shirts, they're in this room all day long. I want to thank our film school teachers. They teach a class in here every morning. Sean Rorick, Valerie Perez, and Nick Murphy for their 4-part film school series. I want to thank all the filmmakers. Again, our judges. I think this is, as a whole, has been the best group of judges we've ever had to work with.
Oh, go on. No, go on.
Low maintenance, responsive, just anything you could want from a festival judge.
And I want to thank, too, I know Adam was going to do it, but I'm thanking to all of you for coming from so far, from the United States, but especially from other countries. It's a giant, giant leap to make. I know it's expensive and difficult, so thanks for coming in. Also, welcome to America for that. So thank you.
Quick interview for the blog. How you feeling, buddy?
It's like shaking.
I never do. Did you expect this?
Fucking spring. It's way overdue. Here. I'm gonna get a picture for my profile picture. So. Way overdue. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, let's take a picture.
15 years.
You think you were gonna win? As soon as she said Mike, I was like, after he said Mike, I was like, what the fuck?
I know I'm most technically.
Right, yes. That's what I said to everybody. They were like, damn, that film's doing really well. I was like, it's because he directed it well. I was like, it has nothing to do with the story or anything like that. I was like, it's the way it came out. It looked professional.
You gotta study old filmmakers.
Right.
On top of the story and what we had, it all worked out. But if I thought that we'd be doing this from the get-go to now to this, no. Never. All these little elements.
So we'll take a picture with this guy, and then what about the judges? Who's
Right,
the,
real
the
quick.
girls?
Frank, real quick, Frank. First motherfucker around this either. Oh shit! Oh shit!
One of them did that. They got pictures takeover. It actually happened. Is it strong or what?
It's a spaghetti dinner, man.
The guy said if we used it, all we needed was to have you talking over it, explaining the match.
Are you serious?
And we could have used it as an education because it's as a what?
Picture shoot when you went up there to grab you, you should have been able to stop it.
I was like, no, it's like it's been so long. So many pictures. So many days.
And the quality of the picture was better than any video quality.
Yeah, I'm gonna post up a picture underneath and put my prices went up.
It's fine. Yeah.
Prices went up.
Yeah. So call Ring of Honor and let them know they got it for my commentary next week. My page just went up, brother. You want me featured on your TV? My page just went up.
You gotta post it up.
Think they'll start pushing it?
Now I want $75. No shot. No.
But it's award winning.
Yeah. It's true. I could be known as like that could be my new gimmick. Instead of carry it, we can get a replica.
Get a replica and you carry it around.
And that could be like my new gimmick.
You have to record with them. I'm not going to talk with them.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
We want to know if we can get replicas and stuff.
I'm going to think of one that's on that.
That's on film now.
I'll put black tape on it and white out the letters, you know? We'll figure it out. I'll be like the Slammy Award-winning Owen Hart.
Just carry them around.
You know? When I walk to the ring. You know?
Should.
Hopefully the WWE doesn't call me and try to hire me now.
Stop filming that.
We should make outtakes.
It's gonna go through my filtration system, don't worry.
Of course, man. No, super cool. Really? That's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, one last year. Yeah. So yeah, it was a no. I mean, I'm a huge.
If you're ever in Atlanta, I opened up. Well, we couldn't show because it was recent. I just opened up a wrestling school in Atlanta with Glacier. He's a good friend of mine. Yeah, yeah. He's actually at the school. He's at the school right now teaching the guys because I'm here.
Yeah.
So yeah. So he's a good friend of mine, and we opened up a school together. One of our guys just got hired yesterday. He got the call from WWE. We just can't announce it yet because he's got to pass his drug test and all that
You were
stuff.
in Ring of Honor and like, it's seen the world in like. I really, for the most part, always see the world on television.
Of course.
Being a big fan, it just seemed like you know how similar it is to our business to try and get the big call and like how much politics plays into it. You know,
That's for sure. Yeah. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, I work for Ring of Honor next week. Be doing commentary at their TV taping, then it leads to a match in, spoiler alert, it'll lead to a match in Atlanta the next month. So
You gave it all away.
yeah, don't tell anybody, but you know.
Because like my dad hates professional wrestling, and the one time he wanted to watch it with me, like he watched it, he fell asleep in the first match,
And you were hooked.
I was hooked.
You
I was
were
7
hooked.
years old.
You put him in a sleeper and everything. Yeah. I was the same way. My whole family hates pro wrestling.
It's so out of character. He was a tax accountant. It's so out of character for him to even watch it.
You should have shown him IRS. He would like IRS. Erwin R. Shyster.
I think the first match I ever went to was Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake against Money Incorporated.
Oh wow, okay.
It's like early 90s.
Yeah.
I was there when Stone Cold fought Bret Hart in the submission match when Stone Cold.
Chicago?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. 8th grade for that, and then many others.
Yeah.
Against my parents' wishes. Yeah, great film. Yeah, I tried it, you know. I got half finance before. I mean, I get paid to write other people's projects, but for something for me to direct them.
It's fun to say too, because he had he's not doing the screenplay.
Oh, there you go. Everyone's doing the screenplay.
Yeah.
You go to LA, you go to any Starbucks, like every single day.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
My wife said this will be my trophy when I get home.
Are you based in?
It's pretty funny. I thought it was gonna be a naked picture. She's like, well, this is your trophy when you get home. I'm figuring it's gonna be her nude. She fucking put tinfoil on the picture. Oh, well, thank you very much.
Script I just gave her, that one's definitely something. That one's
So when she reads it out loud, she could probably go with somebody, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a photo. Because my mom really wants to post everyone. And I told her she's not allowed.
Alright, brother, do you want to carry this or do you want me to carry it? You want something to do? I can carry it. Yeah, carry it. I don't want you leaving it anywhere. I get it. I don't want you leaving it anywhere. I'm very strict. What do you think? You're not coming down there?
No, I don't know what we're doing there. Let's go to 7-Eleven. I gotta get a drink. No, I went to before. I left.
First, one side is on to cross first.
By the way, did you guys see 3D got playing Negan before? Are we going that way? Yeah, right. Saw Negan before?
Yeah.
You doing the blog, Joe?
Talk to me about those buildings, Frank.
They look like oversized oscillating fans, don't they? You know what I'm talking about? The ionizers or whatever? Hey, turn the camera so you feel it until like...
We're at the old spaghetti factory right now, celebratory dinner for the championship.
Victory. Correct title.
How are we feeling, Frank? Other Frank? Stronger Frank?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Do you have anything to say, buddy, as we near the end of our trip and our time here together in San Diego?
Just reiterate what went down. Took home the best documentary feature. The whole team was here. And if they weren't here physically, they were here spiritually. If they weren't here spiritually, they were here fiscally. The point being is, nothing that we had took down the number one Comic-Con in the world. On the what hemisphere, you said?
Western Hemisphere.
But I just want to point out that by this time next year, don't be surprised if Sundance or Berlin Fest or whatever the case may be. Maybe not Berlin though, because we're behind the child support and the tax man.
That's at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Somebody will be there. My point being,
At the end of the day.
what's being truly
One thing led to the next.
in the words of Harvard, it's truly jubilee. Truly jubilee.
But speaks nothing in fillers. Speaks nothing in fillers, man. At the end of the day.
Check in later for the wrap up.
Check you later. Be a man, Hogan. You be a man.
Super close up, as far as I can zoom.
Don't zoom in on me.
Carl always gets the best, most high-quality pictures.
I've got something to say. Mr. Roland?
We are.
They all thought, everyone in there, they all thought that Neil Gaiman was going to take it home. But I knew that was easy work. I knew it. Hard work always beats easy work.
All work is what?
Hard work.
All work is what?
Right. Easy work.
You know, they didn't have the most numbers, but after everybody realized who the winners are, now everybody's watching it. The winners show after it's all over. It shows it.
Point out one more thing. 30 women threw themselves at Yusuf before that. Faithful man that he is, except for pushing the button.
He only took 29 of them.
You know what this is? It's the fact that they saw the hunger in this documentary. And the gaming one, those guys already made the documentary. They already went through their hunger. They already won
They had a lot of
titles and
behind
all
them.
that. They had things behind them. They lost the hunger. Big F, Team Big F all had the hunger.
They don't lie.
Look at his eyes. There's a lot of demons.
They're that too, but they don't lie, man. Look at the eyes, they don't lie.
Card running dry, signing off.